Um, so I expect to have more persons. Please, let's turn up there. Let me see if everybody can hear me. Only one person, only people are hearing me. Hi, how do we get this stuff sorted? Only two people are hearing me.
Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes.
I don't know your name. It's iPhone that I've seen there, Mr. Steven. And I'm encouraging people to let us see you. If you cannot hear me, click on the mute on the audio in button. If you look at your screen, you will see 5 buttons: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click on the audio in button to be able to hear my voice. Nobody has sent any message on the okay. Oh, it's my card. Nobody has sent any message on the free class to let people know we have started. Class have started.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Please join in. All right, people are coming in now. Yeah. And please, if you are in, let us have your video. Exactly. Thank you. So if you look at the 5th button to the left, yeah, thank you. Odimoke has done that. 5th button to the left, yeah, good. If you count the 5th button to the left, 5th button, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left. Click on it twice. If you can see me now, for you to hear what I'm saying. If you cannot hear what I'm saying now, watch my demonstration. You will look at the 5th button on. If you look at your phone screen, you are going to find 5 icons. The 5th button to the left. Yeah, I think people are getting that right. And please, if you can turn on your videos, please turn on your videos so that we can see ourselves. Makes it better for us to see ourselves. All right. Daniel is here to connect to the audio and one other person. All right. I hope you can all hear me. Not to waste time. I'll be talking about 2 key things. The first thing is I'll be talking about the recent IELTS Skill 1 retake test. IELTS Skill 1 test. Sorry that I'm dressing like this. Price facing here is -4. The cold is not a joke. It's more cool than a fridge. Normal fridge, if you enter the normal fridge and sit down there, you feel warm in this kind of weather. What beats this is deep freezer. Deep freezer is -5 or -15, so it's close to the temperature of a deep freezer right now outside. But if it's a fridge, it's cooler than a fridge. So right now we are in a big fridge. All of us, we are inside a big fridge.
I'm not playing, I'm learning.
You understand? So everybody is trying to cover up here and there. All right, so like I was saying, there is this thing that came up recently, IELTS IELTS Skills 1 retake. Now, the IELTS Skills 1 retake is a new innovation for people that have written IELTS before, and then they failed a particular module and they want to now retake the module. You understand? Now, when this particular stuff came out, everybody was so excited. They jumped. Wow, it's a great news, and all of that. You know, people screamed, "Yeah, this is my opportunity. I'm going to pass it now," and all of that. Well, as much as that is also good to rejoice about, most people didn't go into details to find out more about it. And that was why they were rejoicing like that. So the first thing I learned about it is that it is only for computer-based students. So if you write paper-based tests, you cannot do IELTS or Skill 1 retake. It's only for those who are computer-based tests or testers. Okay. Number 2, you will need to do a computer-based test and fail one module to repeat a test only. So you can't say, I have written it before in paper-based test too, and I didn't pass reading. So I now want to do computer-based so that I can replace that one. No, you will need to do a computer-based test first. So if you have not done computer-based before, and you want to do the IELTS test, you have to do the IELTS, you have to do the 4 modules first. And then in the process of doing the 4 modules first, if you now fail one module, you now retake on the same computer-based test for you to be able to have access to utilize that method or that strategy. Is that clear? Number 3, currently, if you are a nurse or you are a medical doctor that you wanted to travel out to the UK, currently, NMC have said they are not taking results that is only 1 module retake currently. You understand? So that is the current issue around it. And so which means that nurses who intend to travel out and utilize their results may not benefit from that modules for now. Whether you're a computer-based or you're not computer-based. So that is the current situation on ground for that particular test. I hope you understand. I hope you understand. So that is it. All right. So having said that, if you have any questions on that, please just type in a message on the chat room. I will read out the question and I will answer. Is that all right? All right. So second thing I want to talk about. No. So HD said she does not understand. He or she does not understand. I would have loved to see the face of the person that is talking. So what I said so far is currently hearing on YouTube. You understand? I don't know if Mr. Michael can help us check YouTube to see how many people we have on YouTube that are following us right now. And if you can also help to copy the YouTube link and send it, broadcast it around for those people that wanted to join the YouTube class. You can just easily connect and join the class. All right. We are currently live, and can also help. Can send your links to friends who I'm seeing that one brother is watching us right now. So you can send your links to friends. I'm sending that YouTube link now to the free group, and we can send to friends who probably wants to join. This class is the free IELTS class outfits that was created to let people know how to pass IELTS at one sitting. What is the strategy? And we have had very beautiful testimonies of persons that passed IELTS at one sitting. I sent a YouTube video last week, and that YouTube video carried out. Was presenting testimonies of 4 people who sat for IELTS and passed at one sitting. If you're on the free class, I'd like you to watch the YouTube videos that I sent to you, just to let us know that it is not a vague story. People are passing IELTS at one city. However, I want to show us a testimony of a lady who encountered MCA, that is Mercy Crown Academy, when she was going to write it the second time. I'm trying to open up the link now. Let me see if I can just forward the link directly.
So, I'm not the one.
Can we hear me? Are we hearing me? Yes. Can you hear me very clearly? So what I want to do is to share a testimony. Please, if you can hear me, send I or yes in the chat room. I want to know if you are following me or I'm just following myself. HD, you will be able to listen to. You can hear, thank you. Please just send I can hear or yes, something like that. Okay. So let me see if I'll be able to play. Okay, so what I will do is, okay. I'm coming 1 minute. I'm trying to, let me join this group on this platform. So I want to just hear that testimony for us. Let's watch it and then we move to syntax quickly. All right, it's brought in now. So I'm going to share this for everyone to see. If I share this, if you're able to hear what is being said, please let me know. If you are not hearing, let me know as well. Can we hear anything? Sadly, this is not even showing any signal that.
Well, by September, I had to redo it again because I fell short in 2 of the
Okay, so can we hear?
I had to.
Can we hear now?
Study for and everybody. And I just want to thank Mr. Stephen and everybody.
Can we hear now, please?
And to thank God Almighty for the gifts of life and for giving me success in IELTS exam that I wrote recently. I studied for 6 months on my own this year to write IELTS. I made a band 7, listening 6.5, reading 6, speaking 8, writing 7. So, well, by September I had to redo it again because I fell short in 2 of the modules. So I had to book for the one-on-one class by September. So we did the class for about a month, thereabout. The day to the exam, I called Mr. Stephen. I was pretty tense. He told me to do the breathing exercise, which I did, and it made me feel relaxed and calm. On the exam day, same thing happened in the hall. I was pretty tense again, so I had to do that breathing exercise twice. My main struggle has been with reading. I was really worried that I wasn't well prepared with reading. But you see, that breathing exercise helped to calm me down. I was really calm, that I could even see answers. I finished before time, and I went back and reviewed the questions I felt I didn't do well. The remarkable thing, I'm saying it again, the most remarkable of all is that I have never made a 6.5 while studying on my own during my preparation. But that breathing exercise really went a long way to calm me down, and I felt relaxed, and I was able to write my exams. Fast forward to the result collection, I got 8.5 in listening, 7.5 in reading and speaking, and 6.5 in writing.
You are coming to meet me.
So that's the result of the lady.
So I'm grateful. I got
Did you see that result?
So I'm grateful.
Did you see that result, please? Did you see that result? That was the latest result.
So I'm grateful. I got one score 7.5. Thank you, Mr. Stephen. Thank you everyone for being in this class. And Mr. Stephen's technique really works. It works. It really, really does work. Just follow his technique. Thank you all. Bye.
All right. So, how many of us, please, you add what that lady said? You add it. Did you hear what she said? Was the audio? Did the audio play out?
Daddy,
yes, yes, yes.
Good.
Yes,
good.
sir.
Thank you very much. All right. So, I am showing you that video as a way to let you know you can pass IELTS at one sitting. That is the reason for the audio. That's a live testimony. The result came out a few weeks ago. And every week when we meet, I'll be showing you new people
Okay.
that are passing the exam at the first sitting. All right. If I observe that your video is causing a bit of noise, I will help you to mute it so that people can hear what you are saying. So today I want to talk about now. All we are doing in our classes in this particular season is to share, in principle, what you can do. All right, to pass it at one sitting. What can you do to pass it at one sitting? What is the strategy? Now, we have said many things before now. Part of the things I said is that have an evaluation of your skill sets. Be aware of your skill set. Don't be assumptive. Do not have an assumption about your skill set. Don't think you have a good skill set. Evaluate your skill set. If you're on the free group, you are expected to have started with me. I give my students a privilege. Sorry, iPhone, please, can you mute your phone? I'm muting, but it keeps on muting. iPhone, please kindly mute your phone because it's causing some distraction. Thank you. All right, so like I was saying, like I was trying to say, that I expect that if you're on the free page, the free webinar page, I expect that you have spoken to me. And that if you have spoken to me, I would have given you a picture of your current evaluation. There are some people that they already have a good skill set from the exposure they have had as children. The things they have watched, the things they have learned, the things they have related with in their life has given them a huge advantage. So they have a good skill set. So they don't need to do further to pass IELTS. You understand? Whereas some people, they have a very low skill set. Now, if you have a low skill set, you will need to know two things. Number one, how soon am I writing this exam? Number two, how much of time do how much of skill set do I need to acquire? How soon am I writing and how much of skill set do I need to acquire? Some people, they rush to write the exam without the required skill sets. And if you rush to write the exam without the required skill set, you will not get your required band score. All right. Number two, there are people that they have their required skill set, but they have a lot of psychological issues. Now, the testimony we just had now was purely psychological issues. She was very brilliant. And this lady was emphasizing something that I need you to hear. She said she never had above 27 or above 26 in her practice. Now, some people, they have high score in practice. When they get to the exam, they have low score. In her own case, she never had high score in her practice. All this scores for getting her practice. She was my student. I know what I'm telling you. The score she was getting was 25, 24, 23, 25, 24. And she's like, Esa, won't I postpone? In fact, she attempted to postpone the exam. When she attempted to postpone, the IELTS said, we cannot postpone for you. She said, Esa, what should I do now? I said, don't worry, she will pass. And so she had the skill set, but she had problem with what? Some psychological issues. Not that she was psychologically having problem, but she was not able to manage her psychology very well. And that's why the coach is there. So evaluation will take place. So you will be able to check out where you need support, where you need aid, where you need extra assistance, where you need extra information, where you need extra direction. And if you need to wait, what you need to do while you are waiting, and the exercise you have to be practicing every day to improve on your skill. All of those things happen when you are under a coach. But the fortunate thing about it is that they are available. But the other part of it is that it is not what you will see in the free class. What you will see in the free classes, I will tell you the tips. But what you will find out in the classes when you enroll for them, or if you decide to enroll for them, because not everybody will need the paid class. Take note of that. Some people have already built that skill set, but you will not be able to know if you have built the skill set if you are not properly evaluated. You will not be able to know if you have the time. For some people now, if you have like 6 months to the exam, 6 months to the exam, 8 months to the exam, you don't need to go for any class yet. If the time a class will be needed is maybe when you have like 3 months, or you have like 1 month, or you have like 2 months. Yes, we can start talking about having class. Do you understand? Are we following me right now? Now, having said that, I will talk about one of the key issues. Go like this. One of the key issues that you must take note of if you are going to do well in writing tax 1 or tax 2. It is called syntax. If you add me, just type syntax. Write it on below. Write syntax. If you add me, just write syntax. Nobody's writing syntax. If you don't write syntax, I'm not going to move. Syntax. Thank you. Now, what is syntax? Syntax is a collation of well-arranged sentences that suits or has an appropriate link with your question. Many students, when they write, the first crisis they have is that their writing lack syntax. And syntax simply helps your examiner to know that you know. What did I say? It helps your examiner to know that your examiner, before they begin to go into details of what you have written, they want to see your syntax. They will just go through. They will just look through. If what you are writing does not carry the accurate amount of syntax, your examiner will believe that you do not know what you are doing. And syntax is just that framework that attracts your examiner. Now, let me now tell you the code about syntax. Syntax is fixed. That is the scary thing about it. If you add me clearly, just write fixed there. Write fixed. Syntax is fixed. It can't be changed. So, all over the world, there is a required syntax that you must assume or that you must know. All over the world. All over the world. It's not something that you need to change, that you may know, maybe because of this or that. It is fixed. All right? If you don't know it, you don't know it. If you know it, you know it. Now, I first had students that told me, Mr. Steve, I did not understand your teaching, but I crammed it. I said, what? So yeah, that I did not know what you are saying, the opinion essay, maybe essay, this and that. I did not understand it, but I just carried what you told me. I crammed it and I took to the exam and I passed. Many of my students, the first problem they have is that we used to argue because many of them have not built a fixed syntax. Their syntax is shaky. They are not 100% accurately sure whether they are actually having the right style. And do you know why the problem is so? They have gone through many tutors. This one will say write like this. This one will say write like this. This one will say write this way. This one will say 2 ideas. This one will say 3 ideas. This one will say first line should be this, second line. So because they have had too many things, they want to merge it together. but it doesn't work for writing. So what I did for my students is that I give them the syntax. I call it the template for the exam. If you want to understand it, you are allowed. But if you don't have the time, go ahead and cram it. I met a student, one of the students I met. The shortest class I ever had in my IELTS journey is 24 hours class. This lady was a medical doctor. She has written IELTS for 5 times, but she always had problem with writing. Her writing will always come out as 6. She needed a 7 to process her documents. She will always write IELTS and she will always have 6. So one of the persons I've coached before told her that, why don't you try Mr. Steven? It can help you to have a 7 in your writing. He said, my exam is tomorrow. He said, no worries. Let's just speak to him. Now, I know that when it comes to writing, I can take you for 1 day and you will pass. The reason is because of the syntax. The syntax is not what you need to understand. Once you have it in your hand, put it in your head, take it to the exam, you have passed. Not that you will pass, or not that you could pass. You have. It's a future tense. You have passed. Or is it future tense? It's a past tense, I mean. So it's not a matter of maybe or maybe not. So I just called that in, gave them the syntax, told her to cram it. And medical doctors, they do a lot of writing and cramming. So they know it's not difficult for her. She just carried the old stuff I give her. And she had grammatical expression. So it was easier for her. She just carried the stuff, went to the exam, and she went to write. She had a 6.5 in the writing. Went to the marker, the 7. That's the first time in her life she will have those 2 results. She has written 5 times. She was having 6. So what was she lacking? And everybody echo it. What was she lacking? If you understand what I'm saying, syntax. She had the grammatical expression. She had the vocabulary. She had the description. She had the anything you want to talk about, but she was lacking syntax. And that is the major problem that people have. Now, because syntax is very important, can I shock you? No IELTS teacher all over the world will give you their syntax for free. I can tell you that 100%. You go and check your YouTube videos. All the people that do IELTS. Now, before I passed IELTS, I wrote IELTS 5 times. I wrote IELTS, as a matter of fact, I wrote IELTS in 3 states. The first IELTS I ever wrote in my life was in Manchester, 2007, March. When I wrote the IELTS in Manchester, 2007, March, I passed everything except writing. And guess why? I didn't have anybody to check my works, whether what was writing was right or wrong. I came to Nigeria, and then I wrote IELTS after some years. Again, I had 6. After writing the next 2 times, I told myself, I said, look here, I need someone to check my work. So as I was thinking about what to do, I met a guy. The guy said he had written 2 times before he finally passed. I said, what did you do to pass? He gave me syntax. And you can check all over. Go and ask IELTS Advantage. Go and ask E2 English. Ask this other woman that teaches IELTS online. They don't give you that syntax. They will tell you things that will make you to form your own syntax. So if you are lucky enough to use your brain to calculate that syntax and present the exam mode, you have passed. But if you are not lucky and you just wrote how they give you the decision to write, I'm sorry, you may not pass that exam. So what I do to my students is that I give them the syntax right away. I don't waste time. All right. And so I will not give you the syntax in the free class, but I will give you the syntax in the paid class. But the issue about the syntax is that it's not something that is complicated. You don't have to think too much about it. I have all of my students here that have been has passed through the class before. I don't waste time when I come to class. The reason is because I don't believe that I'm teaching you English. You know English very well. The issue that you need is that you needed to understand what you need to pass it. That's all. It's not what I'm trying to say now. If they give you normal English language, you will beat any English person down. But there is a syntax that you need to pass. If you have it, you have it. If you don't have it, you don't. If you know it, you know it. If you don't know, you don't know. So there's nothing like in between. Nobody says in between. So what I am encouraging you to do, if you are under pressure to write your exam, maybe you have your exam by 16th of December. I can tell you with my chest, with my big chest, though it's not very big, that if you click into the syntax, you're going to have your score. You don't understand it. Just pick it up and get it done. I opened a group 5 months ago or 6 months ago. That group is a group of 5 weeks. What I do is that I review the IELTS modules for 5 weeks. We are supposed to start the class by 10 o'clock on that group. What I simply do is, in that group, I share the syntax, but I also do reading with them, I do listening with them, I do speaking with them, and I also have a mock test with them, just to prepare them for it. It's a group that is supposed to be a large group, but I don't know why people are not understanding that it's actually a code to pass the exam. That time it was 5,000 naira that I opened the group. So when I said that people are not valuing, I thought maybe because the money is too small. When money is too small, people say, yes, what are they doing there? How you put 5,000 naira and you give somebody value? So I upped the price, and of course the dollar rate has really shattered. So I upped the price to $10. So what I'm trying to tell you right now is, understand that one secret that will help you to pass your IELTS writing taxes, whether it's a tax 1 or tax 2, is the accurate syntax that will give you the kind of score you're looking for at one sitting. One of my students wrote the exam. She had a 6. She remarked, they gave her 7.5. I was shocked, even myself. How will you write IELTS exam and you have 6 in writing? Do you now remark? So that means that mark at first was blind. You know, they see. You understand? Because nobody will see the syntax of the accurate one and still fail you. It is automatic success, as simple as it is. All right. So, like I said, if you are under pressure to write IELTS, maybe on the 16th, and you are listening to my voice right now, I will encourage you. Just send the personal message to me, or DM me, or send to our admin, so that I can do a short course for you, focusing on the syntax. I may not be able to take you the full-fledged class because of the time frame, but we can focus on the syntax, and I can also add a few things to it. Grow your knowledge, groom yourself, pass the exam, and go. Most people, if you calculate the wisdom around this short classes that we are trying to do, it's actually a very wise idea. And why do I say so? If you have to pay $5 or $10 to get syntax, and you have an exam of $100, are you following me now? To have, so I'm saying to have $100 exam, pay $10. You say, no, I don't have $10. And then you now go ahead and you write the exam and you did not pass the exam. Will you not get $100 to write again? Except you won't go to upper. So on the long term, the wisdom is, let me just have the opportunity, hit the target, and forget about this exam once and for all. You understand? So the syntax is just a framework that helps your writing to make sense. And obviously, what I do is evaluate your work, because after writing the syntax, you need to check your grammatical error. If your grammar is faulty, you are in trouble. Because sometimes people will have a very high score like this, and they are observing. Last week, I talked about the parameters for checking, for evaluation. Who listened to that video? Parameters for evaluation. Who was in my class last week? Nobody. I talked about parameters for evaluation. They will check your review, or they want to check task response or task achievement. They want to check your coherence and cohesion. They want to check your vocabulary or your lexical resource, and they want to also check. Nobody is listening to my YouTube videos. It's not nice though. They want to check your lexical resource, and they want to check the last one, which is your grammatical accuracy. So if those 4 things are in doubt, you are low. Now imagine you have a very good task review, that is syntax, and then or task response or task achievement. You now have grammatical accuracy problem. The score will just drop. You have very good task review, and your vocabulary or your lexical resource is very low. Your score will still drop. So it has to be balanced. And that's the reason why when you are evaluated, they can help you say, this is you just exploded the examiner's right cheek now. So you correct it. Oh, your position is not accurate. Put it here. Okay, you are not following the order. Write it like this and all of that. So when you have all those kind of things, you hit your score, and then you are good to go. I never had a problem with reading. So reading is my friend. But I know people are actually, looking at other reading side. So reading is time in the real sense. You want to pass reading, 50 practices will help you pass reading using the accurate, that's the code for you. You want to pass reading, 50 practices using the correct code. So if you load the correct code, you do it 50 times, you will pass reading. And that 50 times from 50 days. You understand? But it is better that it's 50 days. If it's go beyond 50 days, that means that you prolong the process. In reading, consistency is the secret. If you're not consistent, you will lose your skills. Because what builds your skill is consistent practice of the right thing repeatedly, 50 times, and not 50 times only, 50 practices as well. All right. So having said all of that, I believe somebody or two may have one question or the other to ask. This is the open time to ask questions. And so I'm here to answer your questions. And please, you must ask questions. Otherwise, I will fine you. Everybody will just pay $1. Do ask questions, you're going to pay a fine. So here I am. You know what? As I was talking, somebody was saying, why can't he just tell us the syntax? He wants to collect money to tell us syntax. Hey, no, is it not syntax? Just tell us like that, like that. Well, it's not something I can just say like that. It's a framework, you understand? And for you to learn the framework, you will need time. You understand? I can't just pump it to you. Bam, 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 bam. Just like that. You need a framework, and that framework is not just one. It is a framework of different types of essays. You understand? So I can't just pump it on you. You will not understand it. You will need to set time apart. We'll talk about each of those frameworks, how to apply it, and then we'll now do what I call practice evaluation, which means I will help you to look at your work to see whether you are using it very well. So that is the reason why I can't just tell you just like that. You understand? And I've told you that to get it, it's not something that is going to be cheap, to be costly. I'm arranging a system to help people that have exam in the next 1 week. So which means that you will not be under any extra pressure. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay, so you was briefing. All right, thank you. Just keeping this up. Yeah. Sorry, that's how the postman at our door. So, okay, somebody was asking a question. So, do you understand why I'm not telling us? I'm not a stingy person. And if you check all over the world, you can browse it. I'm the IELTS teacher with the cheapest class in the world. You can check it. My class is the cheapest class in the world. I do 5 weeks class for $30. You cannot find it anywhere. You can't find it anywhere. eBay, am I right? eBay, am I right? Or Moot and Talk. And my class has remained cheap. This is my 4th year of teaching IELTS class. My 4th year. And my class remains cheap. So it's people that say, I want to know, because my class is cheap, people don't understand. They think that because it's cheap, it's not valuable. They will now go and spend money. Somebody once told me that she spent 120,000 to do a class. I was like, hey, wait, even the exam that we are writing is 100,000. So it can be crazy. Exactly. So I don't charge people extraneously. And I'm an understanding person. We can talk and I can help you to understand these things very easily. There's no pressure. Do you understand? So somebody asked a question. Let me answer the question quickly. Somebody said, can you explain on not more than 3 words and or a number? Yeah. So whenever you see any question, now next week I'll be talking about answering questions correctly with reading. That I'll be talking about, because please remind me. I'm talking about how to answer questions correctly with reading. So if you say a word that says not more than 3 words and or a number, that means that you have opportunity to have 4 items, 3 words and a number. Number 2, 3 words only. Number 3, 2 words only and a number. You can also have 2 words only. You can have 1 word only and a number, and you can also have 1 word only. So when you say not more than, that means that you have a range, but you should not go beyond that range. You can have 1 word only, you can have 1 word and a number, 2 words only, 2 words and a number, 3 words only, 3 words and a number, but you cannot have 4 words. You can't have 3 words and 2 numbers. You can't have 2 words and 2 numbers. It has to be 1 number, and it has to be between 1 and 3 words only. Do you understand that? But next week, I'm talking more about answering questions correctly, because I know most people, they have problem with that area too. Do you understand? All right. So do you have another question before we call it a day on that? Another question? All right. I'd like to appreciate us for coming. I'd like to encourage us to understand that the Mexican Academy is not a class to extort people of their wealth. You understand? It's a class to get you to the next phase. Many of my students who have passed through this phase can testify that we are not under pressure to siphon you of your funds. Rather, my own personal desire is that by the time you write the exam, you pass and you go to your next level. That's all. And quite a number of persons have actually had to go through that phase. Quite a number. More than 1,000 people in the last 4 years. And so you can be one of them without struggle. Like I've said, if you're on my free platform, chat with me. Let us have a conversation about what is your current phase, what is your skill set, and what time do you have, so that I can give an advice on what you need to do to move to the next phase. Don't just sit there and be saying, I believe God, I believe God. Yes, so when I was going to do it, I fasted and prayed, I still failed. It's not because my prayer was not answered. I didn't have the required skill, that's it. So if you don't have the required skill, fast and pray, it's just like going 0 times 100 is 0, 0. Simple as that. At least have the skill, then multiply by prayer, then you will pass. You understand? So I appreciate everyone. I believe nobody has any further question. Then if that is the case, then I want to call it a day and to say thank you very much for joining the class. Kindly have a beautiful day. How many of us enjoyed the class? Let's start with that one. So I cannot see people's faces. Daniel, HD, and Moto Oluwajumoke. Why are you not showing your faces, for heaven's sake? What's the reason why you're not showing your faces? I saw iPhones. Thank you, Oluwajumoke. iPhone, yeah, you're welcome. I would have loved to know your name. I enjoyed the class, but I joined late. Oh, thank you, Daniel. So please, this class is free. It is for everybody. It is every Saturday by 8:30 GMT plus GMT. So that means that 9:30 GMT plus 1. So currently we have 1 hour. We are 1 hour behind. So if I say 8:30, what does it mean? 9:30. So that people who have been joining and say it's 8:30. Why are they not there? No, it's right now. The time is 9:21 in this country. I know it's not going to be the same time there. 10:21. So exactly. So let us invite our friends, invite our colleagues, invite our enemies if we have one. To be part of the class, and they will benefit. And what I try to do is to push you to write the exam when you are ready. If you need to join the paid platform, don't hesitate. The money you will pay is nothing compared to writing twice. Nothing compared to writing it twice. So there's no point saying, let me try. Don't waste trial now. You understand? Don't waste trial. Let's see how we can eat this thing once. They are making money from Nigerians. You should not join them so that they can use some money to plant flower. It's here. Come and pick it up here. The plant flower in their office. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone, and thank you for the lovely compliment. Somebody said I enjoyed the class, but I joined late. Yeah. So next week, it's 9:30 Nigerian time, and it's about 30 minutes class. So you can set your alarm. If you don't have money to join Zoom, join YouTube. It's currently hearing on YouTube right now. So you can join the YouTube platform. And again, go on our YouTube platform, subscribe on that platform. There are benefits that you will have by subscribing. And the benefit is that you can be notified whenever we are having the classes. We will be trying to, allow people to have that notification that people can actually prepare and anticipate again. Sometimes I can have a bonus class where I will teach properly, accurately on certain specific stuff so that you don't miss it. Subscribe, let your friends subscribe, share what is there. If you find something that is interesting, share it. Like the class of today now, you can share it with your friend. Watch this class. I will send the link, you can share it to a friend, let them watch it. So let us improve our courage and let's improve our people that joins. Thank you again and have a wonderful. So it's not every morning, it's Saturday. Saturday. Every Saturday, 8:30 GMT. Note, not 8:30 AM Nigeria, it's 8:30 GMT, which means 9:30 in Nigeria and another time in another country. If you are from Ghana, it's 8:30. All right. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. All right. Yeah.